Whatever you knew you must delete was a simple rule, but it sure as heck wasn't easy. In fact, it was really complicated. So let me give you some rules that take a little longer to say, but that are much easier to follow. The first one, and it really freaks people out, is that you probably should not be typing DELETE anywhere in your application. Now, when people say this at conferences or meetings or even just sitting around the dinner table, there's this sort of storm of, "You're crazy, what are you talking about?" But really, unless you're the guy writing a library, you should almost never type delete. In fact, I could even argue that you shouldn't type new. There's a make shared that gets you a shared pointer, and you can write your own make unique pretty quickly, and those guys will call the new for you. And of course, when it's appropriate, they'll call the delete. But smart pointers aren't the first place you go. The first place you go is just local scope, putting things on the stack. If it's a local variable, just sort of say, int x or employee x. And when we go out of scope, it will get cleaned up. If it's a member variable, it can be a solid member variable. Make a smart container like a vector that cleans up its contents when it goes out of scope. That should really be your first choice. I'm going to put something in local scope, and when it goes away, no matter how it goes away, it will clean up. Now, sure, we need some things that have a longer lifetime than local scope. We need to be able to create something in one piece of code and then have another piece of code process it even after the first piece of code is finished running and all of its local variables have gone out of scope. And that's what the free store is for. When you put something on the free store, remember, smart programmers use smart pointers. So you can use shared pointer. This lets any number of objects all have pointers to the same memory out on the free store, and when the last of them goes out of scope, the object on the free store is deleted. Make shared is one of the ways that you can avoid typing new, and it gives you a performance boost over newing up the memory yourself and giving the pointer to the shared pointer. Shared pointer shouldn't be your first choice. It's a really easy choice. You don't have to write a lot of code to use shared pointer, but it does have a little overhead. If you don't want to share the pointer, you're better off using unique pointer. The problem with unique pointer is that it's not copyable, and therefore any member variables that are unique pointers will make your objects not copyable. You can move them, or you can write copy constructors that will make these objects copyable. There is no make unique right now to sort of correspond to make shared, but you can write your own. That's not a problem. I want to elaborate a little more on places you might think to use a pointer and therefore might think to end up using delete and what to do instead. Because people don't like these rules. They're like, this can't be right. Let's walk through time by time where you think you need a pointer.